my announcer voice for it.
Explicit warning!
Hello and welcome to an Entertain This special. Welcome to our new segment, Soapbox Sunday. Warning, this podcast will contain explicit amounts of profanity. You have been warned.
So Tom's a little passionate about something.
And there's no feasible way to really discuss this crap without me being allowed to swear without repercussion of hot sauce.
All right.
So this is your last warning.
There will be swearing.
Let me read this blurb about the Lord of the Rings TV show coming out.
Is this just let's make Tom mad,
Yeah.
the show?
We'll call it Boiling Point or something like that.
We already called it Soapbox Sunday.
Oh, that's fine.
You were paying attention.
The creators of the show say that the Rings of Power
Fucking morons.
is not television. It's a new form we're creating here. Okay? It's something transcending TV.
Look, there's movies and there's TV. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's something different. It's going to reach out and slap you in the face or something.
I'm going to reach out and slap them in the face.
It has 8 whole episodes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
8?
That's right.
About an age that spanned over 3,000 years.
If your medium format has episodes, what does that tell you about that medium format?
It's probably television.
Exactly.
It sounds like a TV. It sounds like a series. It sounds like a TV series.
You're so pretentious about your stupid show.
Your stupid fucking shit.
That you're gonna be like, this is a transcending form of of medium that nobody has ever seen the likes of before. Come on.
So look, here I have a lot of problems with them choosing just the second age.
Uh-huh.
Because elves age up to a certain point to their physical prime, which means elves we have seen in Lord of the Rings, the motion picture trilogy, should look the exact same in the second fucking age because they were born way before the first age, or during the later parts of the first age.
So you're saying
if they had done the first age, them looking different would make sense if they were cast as younger looking people because they have yet to go into their prime because that takes hundreds of years for elves.
So you have a problem with the fact that
It's the second age of Middle Earth.
And that Galadriel looks younger than she does in the movies.
She doesn't even look like Galadriel.
Well, yeah, but
She got blonde hair.
Wow. Thank God.
I mean, the showrunners have already explained that they're not going to do anything to have anything to do with the movies. They don't want to have.
There is a rumor that they might try and introduce young Aragorn at some point.
They can't. He was born in the third age.
I'm just saying, that was a rumor.
He's born 87 years before the events of the Lord of the Rings. And that takes place well into the third age.
Well, we need to establish, people's interest in the Lord of the Rings franchise. So, obviously, Aragorn's the central character.
Viggo Mortensen forgot that they were doing this until they reminded him.
It's not going to be him.
Well, no, it can't be him.
It's going to be like Timothy Chalamet or something like that. I guarantee
I really hope it's not him. I hope to God nobody from any of the Hobbit trilogy or from the Lord of the Rings trilogy is in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Or this stupid show, whatever they want to call it.
Well,
Not even Gandalf?
No.
I'm sure Gandalf will be in the show.
No, he shouldn't.
Because he's not around the second age?
No, he doesn't arrive in Middle-earth until 1000 of the third age.
But he's alive.
Yes.
Okay. Well, they can do whatever they want, apparently. So
Apparently, they're just going to do whatever they want, and I have to suffer.
They spent $400 million on it to get the rights to do whatever they want.
This is probably the most monetarily involved fuck-up in the history of television.
Well, I read in an article earlier that they're under strict orders not to contradict canon, but any unanswered questions, they're allowed to invent answers for the second age.
Well, that's a loop. That's like a legal loophole where you can be like, if you refer back to Section A, Paragraph 2, where this question was unanswered, it leads into this thing, and that's why Galadriel is bisexual.
Well, they also say they were going to explain where Sauron was during the second age.
That's been established.
But this article.
It's in the Silmarillion. He goes into hiding at the events of the first age, with Morgoth being cast into the Timeless Void, declares himself as Sauron, sets up in Mordor, and begins building Barad-dûr, which takes like 1,000 years. Because it's like bigger than any building we have on the planet right now.
I'm not sure if they know that Sauron went by another name for that time period. There's a like a quote they put this, even though it's based in the Second Age, none of the articles that I've read, at least recently within the last couple of days, do they actually mention the Silmarillion. I mean, we all know that's where it's based off of because that's where the Second Age is written.
That's where we get most of the information about the Second Age.
But none of these people talk about it. They only talk about Lord of the Rings, like all the producers and directors that have been interviewed. None of them ever mention the Silmarillion. They always just talk about Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
If you look at it this way, the events of the Lord of the Rings, from the time Frodo sets out with the ring to them finally destroying the ring, that's 13 months. That is a year and a month of events, of walking and fighting and plot.
It's mostly walking.
And secrecy.
And walking.
And walking.
So the showrunners say that 5 seasons and series finale are already planned. So that's how long this is going to go.
That was part of their deal. It's going to be 5 seasons.
50-hour show is what it's going to end up being. So, and it premieres September 2nd.
Of this year?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. I don't want to watch it. I really don't. Because I saw who they've cast as people, and I'm like, you don't fit any of the descriptions of these characters. They all have these, like, douchey Sacramento, California haircuts. And I'm like, that's supposed to be Celebrimbor. That's supposed to be Elrond.
You mean I could
2 of the most powerful...
invisible? Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah. I'm basically watching, like, the Bill and Ted version of events of a book that I liked. And it's just stupid.
I don't know. They keep referring, like the showrunners in their quotes, they keep referring back to Tolkien saying stuff like it was like Tolkien put some stars in the sky and let us make out the constellations, the rings of power.
No, he didn't. He was brutally thorough about what he wanted you to know.
We're doing what Tolkien wanted. As long as we
this
felt
man
like every
spent 70 years of his fucking life writing this shit. Plot, exposition, years of research, inventing whole languages, worlds, maps, everything, every freaking minute detail, even food.
As long as we felt like every invention of ours was true to his essence, we knew we were on the right track. Yeah, but what do you consider true to his essence? So the pressure would drive us insane if we didn't feel like there was a story here that didn't come from us. It comes from a bigger place, McKay said. I guess he's a showrunner. We trust those ideas deeply. They're not ours. We're custodians at best. So they're like the steward of Gondor.
And we knew what happened to him.
Yeah.
He got set on fire, as they should be.
Thrown off a cliff.
And yeeted off the top of Minas Tirith.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, would you ever want there to be a TV show about Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Okay.
But actually done correctly.
And what is the problem with the current show as it is that makes you say
it's what they're releasing? It's the content they've already shown.
So
it's their dumb secrecy, their willy-nilliness with, established plot points and setting and what we know to exist in this world.
I really want this to be a terrible show, but I almost as badly want it to be a great show. So Tom just has to be angry about that.
I will be angry if it's good.
I know.
But based on what I've seen in the cuts they've released of footage, it's going to be terrible. I watched a YouTube video where Lord of the Rings podcaster. He apparently all these Tolkien fans and the leading authorities across the world were all invited to London to see unseen footage that has not been released yet either. And there's a 2-day excursion in London, and they're shooting stuff, what they're shooting, what they showing them around the set, what they have going on.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Makeup, and all of them. It was the most bland NDA disclaimer answers that all these people posted. This show's in good hands. It's you liar.
I mean, from some of the reviews I've seen of people who've watched whatever that was, they said that it looked good, but they didn't see much to give a proper review.
It's because they ain't got nothing.
I don't know. 8 episodes for all this hype is kind of weak. I mean,
and they're going to be 50-minute episodes?
Probably. Yeah. So 5 seasons, 8 episodes.
And I bet they're going to balls it up with all sorts of backstory and plot that they don't have to do. Because we already know who these characters are.
Well, they already said the lead villain will be Orin.
Who the fuck is that? Who's Orin?
And the heroes will be Beldor and Tyra.
Who are they?
I don't know. That's just the article that I was reading. That's the lead villain and heroes.
Sauron's the lead villain. He literally is.
So it's going to be like Kenobi, where like you want to see the big bad guy, but he's just kind of like in the background, like
breathing.
Go minions, do stuff, and then you're going to give a crap about somebody that you never heard about.
I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
So they just made up some crap. It's like, oh, look at these dumbasses running around. These are your heroes. It's like not what you've read in the Silmarillion and what's been explained in, backstory and appendices and all of Tolkien's writings and all the other, unfinished Tales books, where we know for a fact Sauron is the main villain.
Yes.
Across 3 ages of Middle-earth.
You guys want to hear what...
We're just ignoring that completely. Is he even in the show?
Do you want to hear what
I don't know.
George R. R. Martin thinks about the show?
I'd love to hear that stupid fat bastard's idea.
Which, by the way, his new Game of Thrones prequel show is going to debut
The House of the Dragon?
simultaneously.
Well, no, House of Dragon comes out in August.
Okay. Well,
I'll bet you House of the Dragon is a better show.
They're going to come out. So that comes out in August. This comes out. The Lord of the Rings comes out in September. So there'll be 2 going on at the same time.
Yeah.
So basically George R. R. Martin said, was that he didn't think the show had a good origin. He said it was a weird deal for them to try and make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's referring to the writing constraints of what they can and can't do with the source material.
Mm-hmm.
And more or less like why that writes you into a corner and you're trying to engineer your own story in a world that's not yours anyways.
Yeah.
So
this is basically hijacking someone's idea, messing it up, and claiming it was their idea.
Yeah. He said, George R. R. Martin said, The Rings of Power isn't based on J.R. Tolkien's famous stories from Middle-earth.
And that's a great point you bring up. What's the show called, Hayden? What's the show called?
Rings of Power?
Yes, it is called The Rings of Power.
Okay.
Who made The Rings of Power?
J.R. Tolkien?
It's like he's afraid to answer.
No.
He
The
wrote
Rings of Power refer to the physical rings of power
Oh, okay.
created by, this is a little bit true, Celebrimbor and the elves of Eregion, under whose fucking guidance? Sauron.
Okay, Sauron, yeah.
Now, based on that premise, I would almost be tempted to infer Celebrimbor is probably an important part and possibly a hero in this tale. I would also, I'm going out on a limb, Mitch, Sauron would probably be a very important bad guy in all this, considering he's deceiving the elves the entire time to subjugate all the free peoples of Middle-earth to his will and take over the planet.
He's going to be like the Emperor. He's going to be in the background while all this new Orin guy does all the work.
And who is this Orin? Orin sounds like the name of a dwarf.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that a dwarf name?
I don't know. It was
Oren.
O-R-E-N is how they spelled it. I don't know.
I don't care. But Martin says also that he doesn't believe that Amazon he knows that they got the rights to Tolkien, but they didn't actually get any of his books. In other words,
That's kind of fucking important.
In other words, they didn't get Farmer Gills of Ham, Leaf by Niggle. That sounds like a terrible word. But they got the appendices to certain books.
Okay, well, which ones?
Whatever, I don't know. I'm just reading directly from his quote. I guess he says also, and they're constructing a second age story about that. So it's like somebody got the Cliff Notes from An Idiot's Guide to Lord of the Rings, and they're allowed to make an entire TV show out of it.
A TV show of bullshit, lies, and nonsense and woke culture.
I don't know if we can go into woke shaming yet. You know,
They're going to have female orcs now.
there were never female orcs in the books, right? So that
Female orcs are never mentioned in the books, no.
never mentioned. Oh,
No.
that's their loophole, right?
Yeah.
They got their loophole.
It's implied that's... Tolkien never expressly states how the orcs continue to multiply.
I just want to see them like sit down with like the super old decrepit Tolkien estate manager and these like nose ring hippies from California sit down across the table and be like, "What would you assume Sauron's gender dysphoria is. He'd be like,
He doesn't have one. He's a god. He's a borderline omnipotent being.
but it's because he's angsty. All right, he doesn't have. He can't express himself as a non-binary.
He's a shapeshifter. He can express himself however he can wants
But
when he wants.
He's secretly in love with whoever, but they can't because they have the thing.
I want to punch you in the face so bad right now.
Am I playing the role well enough?
You are doing a great job.
I was reading about the orcs that they're going to have. They said because these orcs haven't been in battle as much as in Lord of the Rings.
What, they're
and stuff,
prettier looking?
they will be. They'll be a lot more smooth skinned looking. I don't know what that means.
Find the halfling. Mates back on the menu.
You boy.
No.
They,
She, them, or they, them, or whatever.
they're going to have like smoother skin and less like battle scars, is what they said in this article.
Because they're worth it too.
Did they like forget like the exposition of how the orcs are actually created? That they were elves
Tortured.
captured, tortured, mutilated into this wretched form of existence.
See, that's mean.
Well, see, no, orcs are born now.
Yeah.
They're born. They're not.
They're happy to be orcs, and it's okay.
No, they're not.
Their
The orcs
body-
hate being orcs.
Their body
and
image.
these
is
That's
all
written. The orcs actually hate Sauron. They hate more. They hate just being orcs. They hate everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're angry all the time.
These
The
orcs-
only thing that makes them a cohesive fighting unit is the will of whoever's controlling them.
These orcs will also be learning to live out in the sun.
They can't.
Well, they will be.
They can, but they suffer immensely.
Well, that's what these orcs are coming into the light. That's what the article is
Oh,
talking
so we're
about.
gonna have good orcs now.
I don't know.
Oh, God damn it.
Don't be surprised. There are.
I bet you it's gonna be a love story between like a
An orc and an elf, or an
Yeah.
orc and a man.
Yeah.
Hello, she-orc. Hello, man.
Little goblin. Hello.
Hi, Georgie.
I was looking different directions.
Kill me.
You can't make him too ugly because then he has to be a bad guy. It's always funny that they'll have like a woke centered character that is like kind of on the cusp of being what would be considered like fat or ugly or whatever, but they actually have really pretty redeeming qualities. But if they went too far that direction, it wouldn't work out. So it's still like they get a beautiful person that might be a little overweight or something like that, but they never go deep into like goblin orc territory where they're gonna have some
Mutilated looking.
And then you try to, what was that movie with the guy that had the face?
What, mask?
Yeah.
Because she was blind.
Yeah, exactly.
She couldn't see it. She's like, what is this, a pelvis? I'm beautiful on the inside. Well, yeah, but God, I don't even know what I'm touching.
Yeah, they're not gonna do anything like that because that's
just disgusting.
yeah. So
It's stupid.
Well, it's a little segue or a little sidetrack here, but the most recent Star Trek episode that I was watching was the first one where they had like I guess it was a transgender male playing a female character.
what?
The Jesse James Cadle is a guy.
When did that come out?
I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 episodes ago. But she's the one that's like convincing Spock to be more human.
Oh, the pirate?
Yeah.
That was a transgender character?
Okay.
I couldn't help but just watch the Adam's apple bob up and down as they
I
talked.
didn't even notice it. She was,
I didn't know that until afterwards, but I did notice that he had an Adam's apple as he was talking. I was like,
If someone
not right.
listens to this, they're going to be like, well, that boner was weird.
it was a very scantily clad character, too.
yeah, she's like in a bodysuit the entire time.
I'm just very happy that the Lord of the Rings trilogy came out when it did. Because if that was going to be made today, they'd have fucked that up so hard.
Well, did you know on was the 29th? Was that Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
That the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power people put out a tweet that says not everyone has always been evil.
Okay.
So
What, Sauron's a good guy? We're going to ignore all the terror and horrific shit he did for thousands of years before this?
it said it alludes to a darker force, saying Sauron and Melkor were not always evil.
Well, no, they weren't.
There's a darker force out there.
What?
No, it's them. It's literally them.
That was a tweet they put out.
It was literally Melkor.
Who's worse than Mel? Yeah.
Nobody.
He like Satan or something.
He is Satan.
I know.
It's like, it's him. There's no one else. He didn't have an older brother. He didn't have anybody else. It was literally him.
I don't know. They just
He's
said,
the one.
Belcor.
The tweet said that not all villains have always been evil. And
Well, when they were first created, they weren't evil.
Well, that's what it says. It alludes there's a darker force out there besides Sauron and Melkor.
There's not.
I wonder
There
if
just
they're-
isn't.
I wonder if they're gonna make up their own thing and they're gonna try and rope it into like modern politics somehow. You know,
I'm sure they will.
because that's what you want in your fantasy escapism
Yes.
show is like to feel bad about your president or something stupid like that. Who cares?
No, it's like when I watched Lord of the Rings, I watched a fantasy epic of a team of people going to destroy some jewelry and some angry people trying to stop them, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was well written. It was perfectly cast. It was beautifully shot. All the attentions to detail, perfect.
Mhm.
Great.
I wonder if they're gonna have Alan Shore score for the show.
Is it Howard Shore?
Howard Shore. Yeah.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he just sticks with what he did. And
I don't know. They got a lot of money.
Yeah.
If they said
if I hear the fucking Fellowship theme while I'm watching this stupid show,
that is true.
I'm gonna lose it.
That would be kind of bad if they.
If
like,
I hear,
mashed it.
it's like no.
Yeah.
Watch that be the opening theme to the show.
Or
It's the theme for the Fellowship.
Or-
Most of them aren't born yet.
or it opens on Frodo sitting down writing in a book, and he's just like. He takes some shrooms and just goes crazy in the second age.
Sam, I got this idea.
Mr. Frodo, you need to calm down, Mr. Frodo.
You've eaten too many of the wild mushrooms, haven't you, Mr. Frodo? You've been farming back his crop, Mr. Frodo. Was it that Pippin again? This, what are we doing? Like, what is this?
Well, you know,
What is this show? Why?
it's gonna be the greatest show of all time.
'Cause
It's not a show, okay? It's a new medium.
It's an epic.
Because if it's not even an epic, because if you read the Silmarillion, the first age in the Year of the Trees, the Year of the Lamps, the first age itself is awesome stuff to read about. That's what got you hooked into it.
Yeah.
Like the scale of battles,
To be
the
fair,
plot.
it was the Wikipedia notes that got you hooked into it. Okay, because I actually tried to read the book for the third or fourth time, and I still couldn't do it. It's a hard read, the Silmarillion.
Yeah, the Wikipedia notes. Only
Once
all
you kind
connects
of
it
get it,
together.
it's easy to
I'm
read.
sure.
It was really cool to research and learn about, though.
Yeah, well.
Battles involving like almost millions, dragons the
Dragons.
size of mountains.
It all
Gods.
sounds very like I enjoy having the conversation with you guys about it, and I enjoy kind of like hearing about it second or third hand kind of thing. But I just don't have the energy to like get in there myself and figure out all that stuff.
What I'm saying is that age itself is an epic. I mean, the scale of shit is just it's outstanding. The characters, the plot sequence, little bits of development, the deeds done by heroes.
Okay,
That would be amazing to watch
but
in television. The second age is a little slower.
that's more of I can.
It's
see,
a lot of it was what bridges the gap.
from a producer standpoint. I can see why they chose the second age because it's more of like that political drama of like houses and clans and
Not really, no.
I mean, it's not the grandiose, epic monster stuff of the first age.
I mean, a lot of that stuff would, if it was going to be like political and stuff like that, it would have to be centered around Numenor.
It is around Numenor.
What, the stupid show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't they say they were splitting it but they were showing it as part of like the end of Numenor.
I don't know.
Numenor is definitely involved. I know that much. They kept referring to the beautiful something whatever of Numenor.
The White Tree.
I don't know.
And Lindon or London?
Yeah,
or,
the elf
Lindon.
capital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Gilgalad.
Yeah. I don't know. But so I think there's going to be a lot of like Game of Thrones-esque warring political stuff. And it's more, also they probably went the second age too because they could make up more of their own crap instead of like, because I'm sure the first age is a little bit more literal than the
Yeah,
second
but
age.
like the second age with Numenor, like all like the political Game of Thrones style backstabbing shit.
Yeah.
It's like that's happening, but everything else is still happening, and that has really nothing to do with the other.
But see,
It
like,
doesn't become a bigger to do
What you
on a global scale.
as a Lord of the Rings fan cares about is not what's important to the producer. The producer cares more about what's going to harness the broad range of the audience. And if Game of Thrones worked, they're going to do Game of Thrones in Lord of the Rings. Okay? So they're not going to care about what works solely for Lord of the Rings and what draws the Lord of the Rings fans. That's why hardcore fans are always pissed off all the time because they're not specifically catered to in their IPs.
I saw a funny meme, and it was like Star Wars fans looking at Lord of the Rings fans. It's like first time.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Are these people effing up everything you loved? Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to have to wrap it up, but it's a Soapbox Sunday. Just, Tom, any final thoughts?
Yeah, Tom, any final thoughts?
Any final thoughts on your Rings of Power?
It's going to suck.
We're going to do a special.
You might as well just make a porno called like the Cock Rings of Power and just release it at the same time, because you know what? It'd probably do better.
I want a special of like real-time Tom reactions to the show, where he's just like, "What is this?" You know,
Who are these people? That didn't even happen.
Yeah, when they introduce the whatever character,
I want the opening of the show.
They make an episode about abortion for some reason.
No, you know what they should do? They should have it open, and then it'll show like a character from the show, and it's going to be like the intro to Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
Where like the answers don't matter and everything's made up. Here we go, episode 1.
Let's get her going. Yeah.
But like that, like cool, dramatic, like opening, like voiceover, like Galadriel does for for the Fellowship. But for that,
they probably will open it like that. The whole like how Lord of the Rings did with her explaining the origins of the rings. They probably do the exact same thing for the show. I guarantee it. So,
well, that's Soapbox Sunday. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, if you enjoyed me rambling,
if you like to laugh at Tom getting angry,
if you like the entertain this dark edition where we use bad words, talk on to Mitch at entertainthispodcast.com, and you can use bad words to Mitch. That's fine. All right, goodbye.
Bye. Tom's still angry.
I am still angry. I wasn't mad until this. Now I'm mad. Signaling.
Wait till I mess up Legend of Zelda.